where we hear you
What the fuck?
tonight.
You can get rid of hiccups by swallowing granulated sugar.
So a hiccup is just like a spasm in your diaphragm muscle. So like anything that sort of
Things you can do to
shocks it.
stop or prevent hiccups. Breathe into a paper bag. Parentheses, do not put it over your head.
About
Thank you, NHS UK.
Anything that
Pull your
resets your
knees up to
diaphragm.
your chest.
Anything that resets your diaphragm. If you're fat like
I've
I
done
am,
like all of these.
if you're fat like I am, you can kind of take a deep breath and then
okay,
bang on your
here's a
belly.
secret way to get rid of hiccups. Put your hand down your esophagus.
Put your hand down your esophagus.
And
That will
massage
stop
your
Stop
muscles. And massage your diaphragm from inside your lungs.
Stop hiccups fast. Stop hiccups fast. Just tear out your esophagus.
I said put it through your esophagus. Go into the alveoli or whatever, and just go through the bronchi, massage the alveoli.
So like
and just take it out.
So like I know a guy, right? There's this guy I know who he has this monk friend of his who had a way to cure the hiccups any time that he ever had a problem. And he was like, well then tell me because I get horrible hiccups. And the monk's like, I can't tell you, it's a secret, you have to be a monk. So the guy's like, well how do I become a monk? And the monk's like, well you have to go help people out and help out the poor a bunch, swear your oaths. So the guy goes, does that, helps out the poor, opens a soup kitchen, swears his oaths, sells all his things, donates his money to the church, becomes a monk. And the guy's like, okay, let me come over here. We have the secret written down in the library. And he goes downstairs into the basement where the library is. He has to open a bunch of doors. There's a gold door, a silver door, a brass door, a mahogany door. And he opens and opens and opens them and finally gets to like this drawer. And he opens the drawer and there's all these files with all the secrets. And he gets through and he gets to the file that tells him how to always cure the hiccups anytime.
Uh-huh.
You want to know what it is?
Sure.
I can't tell you, you're not a monk.
Yeah, actually I am. Oh, it would be so funny if we were playing like the campaign and you said that joke in one of the characters.
Yeah, you're not a monk. You're a freaking cleric. Not cleric. Gunslinger.
I'm actually certified.
Yeah, I'm a monk. I was a monk in another life. I would be if America had rights.
If America had rights, America would be a monk and would know how to cure hiccups.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have rights, and that includes lack of the rights to cure his hiccups.
He strikes a bitch to the throat.
America.
A gun to the head, you know.
Anyway.
We'll never get hiccups again.
There you go. Instant cure.
Yeah, just shoot a bullet through your mouth.
Yeah, 5 ounces. 2 ounces of lead applied with a handy dandy applicator straight to the temple cures your hiccups forever. Same treatment also cures fascism.
A 20-pound metal fish bludgeoned to the head. That'll cure your hiccups.
Anywho, does anyone want? We're live. Does anyone want to do
the actual way to cure the hiccups is legitimately just to go your hand, cut a little incision into your chest, grab your lungs, and start massaging them.
Anyway, does anyone want to do the previously on?
Gay shit, except one of the people including the gay shit was fucking straight. That's all that happened, really.
I walked on a walkie, talkie, talkie.
I went on a stroll.
Walkie, talkie, touchy, touchy.
Touch it.
Wow.
We learned they had angels. Phaedrith was violating the school dress code. We don't like showing midriffs. We don't like. I don't want to see your midriffs. I don't want to see your cleavage.
I don't want to see your belly button.
I don't want to see your. Put them away.
No feet. No.
Put them away, slut.
No feet. Stop showing your.
Put them away.
Stop showing your.
Silly rom-com moment where Aglin left and then Phaedra came into the room where Amerigo was and was gonna talk to his snake. I was like, oh, whatever the fuck his snake's name is, I think he might be straight. And Amerigo's there. He's like, yeah, and laughed at him. It was funny. Was that last time the one where we had the skin?
Yep, you recruited. You recruited your enemy, who you have to destroy one of your enemies.
We've been recruiting enemies that we have to destroy. We've been doing that. Hold on, I think I remember everything that happened. Hold on, let me make.
You turned down a side quest.
Hold on. So, first thing we did, we grabbed Oppium and made him kill the skin. We now get to have the cellar to ourselves.
Yay.
Amerigo didn't do a side quest. You are welcome, Chill Chuck.
No half-foot slaves today.
No half-foot slaves. Also, no mass murder. Hans and I decided that it would be so that we could, that Aglin could make a bunch of people die, and it wouldn't be that hard. He just needs to justify it. And then I think we had like the meeting. Stupid gay fucks house study session. Where Aglin is gonna get taught stuff. And he and Phaedrith misunderstood bro friend zoning him.
Yes, there's no
then rom-com moment, and then
Phaedra's death is gonna be so nice. I can't wait to kill him.
I don't know what else. I don't know.
Wow, that's the most homophobic thing you've ever said.
In a circle around the entire village.
What?
Anyway, it is now
what?
Dawn of Market Day.
I can't wait for it.
It is now Dawn of Market Day.
Don't we have to talk to Don't we have to talk to Razzle Dazzle today?
Razzle Dazzle will come by this evening at the end of the day for a status update.
Aglin wants to get his hands on bombs.
What's Haglin want?
Bombs.
You want bombs?
When you remember when I said that we decided that we didn't need that potion thing or magic thing or whatever because Aglin Amerigo could kill a bunch of people easily.
Yeah, and then Aglin was asking me questions about crafting constructs, which is something Aglin can do. I was kind of assuming that I was going to be coming to
Aglin...
a notice about, hi, we're building clockwork.
No, I don't have
spiders.
nearly enough gold. I haven't updated. Honestly, I've been looking. I don't think I've updated my gold account since like session 5 of the first game season.
Oh.
Well, that's your problem. You need to keep track of your own equipment.
Exactly. I haven't been paying attention. I've been putting my gold in like my inventory. So I have 2 counters of gold, and it's very confusing.
Just add them together. Yeah, but Aglin has decided he wants bombs.
Well, Aglin also should have, because I sent it to you, a list of what all the numbers on the map mean.
Wait a minute.
How many sessions were in our last season?
8, I think.
8.
Yeah, we're limited in number of sessions per season because you have to go back to leave. So.
Yes. We should prepare and then blow everything up.
Yeah, I want to buy a clothes price set.
If we can get like,
I feel like
we don't even need that much. We just need like.
I feel like our biggest problem
Some for the stone
be. I feel like some of our biggest problems would be like the Angels, Oppian, and then that one lady we haven't really been paying much attention to. That's over by the fucking prison camp or whatever.
The biggest threat is the freaking person who has Amerigo's body. For real.
Oh, Linton. The thing is,
I see
we
us.
don't know what he's going to do with our
selling him
body,
out.
but yeah, he's also an issue.
I see us selling him out to Amerigo. I mean, to Oppian, giving us a lot of credit. Right? We sell him out to Oppian, right? Oppian deals with him. Or he deals with Oppian. Right? And while Oppian's dealing with him, we light the entire town on fire. And that just undermines their government, right? No people, no government. Like, wouldn't that succeed our missions if we killed everyone in the village who wasn't strong? All the non-combatants? Is that not doing the same thing?
If we kill off Linton, then that will save us some problems. And then, yeah, you're right. While Oppian's busy dealing with shit, we could at least kill someone named Phaedra.
Oh no, we're not killing Phaedra. Sorry, not because Phaedra is like too far off. He won't be killed in the initial killing, and he will have to deal with the guilt and trauma of helping the people who killed off every single person who supported him.
Because we don't want to get caught because in case we die, because your character wants to raise up the queen, and
No, not yet, not yet. My character does not want to do that. I want to do that.
you want to raise up the queen, and I want to kill the queen.
I'm gonna see.
I want to
All things considered, I think
see. Let's see. All things.
You can check on the
I think-
interwebs. Go on your phone. Bombs
later?
for sale. We can go to a hit website, hiddenforest.com, and get the fairies to bring them off.
You should also
the
have
joke
access.
is you
should
can
also
buy
know all of
things
the
on
rumors. You should also know all of the rumors at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
My joke is that Amazon is the name of a forest, and you buy things off Amazon.com.
Ah.
Where there's a shrine of the hammer. Why is there so many lines on here? Oh my god.
Because you spent a bunch of time learning about the town and made lots of really good rolls, so you got like everything.
Yeah, so we kind of been using our epic charisma to make everyone feel good about us.
Yeah.
Which will only make it better when we destroy them all.
Mm-hmm. So the question's how you
The
want to go
Swedish
about
Draw Tavern can be. Is it wood? I need to know which of these buildings are made out of wood and which aren't.
Are you gonna go around? You should go around town with a notepad, fucking writing down whether or not every building is made out of something flammable or not.
Most of the buildings in
No,
town.
I'll memorize it because that would be a liability.
Most of the buildings are made out of brick.
Well, bombs still work on brick.
If I remember at the start of the game, you said most of them were made out of wood. This is contradictory.
Most of Longacre was wood. This is a sort of town that's burned down multiple times.
We could have burned Longacre down, dude. Oh my god. I can't believe we did burn it down. Just one building though.
Yeah.
Longacre was a whole lot of action.
The roofs are made out of wood. There's a lot of wooden exterior support slats, but like the foundations are brick. A lot of the walls are gypsum. Like towns made out of wood tend to burn down, so old towns tend not to be made out of wood. The exception is like the dock.
Okay, so the option here is we buy a explosive and give it to because Alchemist Fire, right?
Hide explosives into a gift that we give to everyone in the town.
Exactly. But more importantly, Alchemist Fire, right? It's a liquid, right? It doesn't ignite unless you light it on fire, right? No, wait, it does still ignite. Well,
I feel like we should also find a way to deal with the angels.
The angels are easy. We just nigger in there though.
Oh yeah, the angels are easy. Shoot them.
Run away.
But I gave you some
I think
info
the
about.
main issue here is.
I think the main issue here is Offie, our Lord and Savior Offie.
Our little silly guy. I will kill him and I will make sure that it's painful. So sorry, but I need that man dead.
You don't like Oppie?
No, I kind of want. I don't like Ovid. I need this man dead, and I don't like him. Aren't always
Oppie
the
is just
same thing.
But in this particular case,
I wouldn't say I hate him. I just
you need
we
him
should
dead
kill
and
him.
want him dead.
We need him dead. We want him dead. It would be more helpful. It would be a little bit more easy for us if he was dead. Maybe in another life. No. No. I was gonna be like, maybe in another life we could have been friends, and I was like, no, not at all.
No, he's too much of a goody two shoes.
No, he's just weird.
Too cringe with his oh come.
I'm just saying, if Amerigo had America would be so much different if he like wasn't born a wretched spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but Hell's Vengeance wouldn't America wouldn't be in Hell's Vengeance if he had rights.
Well,
Everyone?
my question though is, what do you
never
want?
sided with these rebels, even though
What do you do?
What do we do? Well,
I'm gonna head to the market and look for some of our favorite explosives.
You're
yeah.
going to look for explosives at
I'm
the
gonna-
market.
I'm gonna head to the market.
Yep.
The market is cramped. There's people shoulder to shoulder, bright tents, lots of people having a great time. The wares are a little scarce because, under blockade, but people are in great moods. They're in great cheer. They're starting to wave to you as you come down the street, going, "Good morning, Aglin," because you've befriended just about everyone. But they go, when you start looking around for explosives and, components to make them, on the down low, like, hi, we need to get some nitrogen to, like, treat the crops, and we need some, like, black powder to, poison the rats and such. They're like, we don't really have any of that. You might want to talk to Linton. Linton is the only person in town who's liable to have explosives or anything like that.
Did you know who we need dead?
Well, there's an easy solution here then.
Wait, when do we want to make? Oh, Optimus probably not going to just believe us about Linton.
He'll believe you.
He really won't. If only we had video cameras, I could catch his ass on film and post it on Click Clock.
Okay, well, if we don't seem to be able to get explosive materials, so I'm gonna buy some essential items such as a fishing rod.
Fishing.
Yep.
Bro thinks it's a Stardew Valley. Where is Willy?
Where is Willy? Willy my
is
favorite waifu.
Willie's gonna have to make you a fishing rod like custom, but he'll have one for you in 2 days. Cost of 5 silver.
Hell yeah, Willy from Stardew Valley, Hell's Vengeance canon.
Willie is going to
Favorite marriage candidate, Willy.
My favorite totally real bachelor.
We're gonna put Willie over here. He's gonna be Y for Willie.
So I'm probably not gonna be able to get Willy
Yeah. Y for Willy.
I'm
What?
probably not going to be able to get explosives, right? So I'm going to buy some of the other materials. I'm going to try to buy cloth.
Okay. You can get cloth. How much do you want?
As much as I can get.
So there's going to be cloth here.
Yeah. How much?
It is for just the regular old thing. That's going to be under trade goods. Food. It depends on the type of cloth. We've got canvas, cotton, leather, linen, various forms of pelt, and silk.
Cotton.
In cannons, when cannons back in like the Civil War and like previous wars and stuff, they tend to use
What?
Canvas, not
use
cannon.
canvas.
Yeah, canvas.
I know. I was
Oh,
in
okay.
cannons. They use canvas.
Because canvas is the cheap one.
It's
Canvas.
too cheap one. It's pretty damn good at exploding.
Yeah. It's a silver piece
Yeah, I'll
per
take some
square yard.
canvas.
It's a silver piece per square yard.
Square yard.
Square yard.
Yeah.
10 square. Wait,
No, I'm getting 10 square. Wait, how much is 10 silver pieces in gold?
1 gold.
Okay,
10 square yards.
I'm buying a 10 square yards of this.
Okay.
10 square yards. You know what I'm saying?
Just enough.
Just enough.
We are making a bomb barrage.
So it's gonna be 1 yard wide and 10 yards long, and they're gonna roll it up in a big like the things you see at the fabric shop.
Yeah. Gosh, you think we could make something that could fly over town and drop all the bombs?
Do you have 2,000 gold on you?
2,000 gold on me? Well, I have 1,158 gold.
Yeah, I really.
Maybe that's something you could talk to Razalago about this evening. He might have ideas.
Can we get the funding? Can we get the funding for a
Okay,
fucking
so
game?
2,000 gold is for the chief ones. In all realism, you have a good 60, 70k gold. I could make a dragon and a couple. I'm probably more like realistically 200k gold for materials, like for some of the materials. But maybe we can make a dragon.
Hold that thought
Cersei
for a couple
Clockwork
years.
Dragon.
Hold that thought for a couple years from now in Hell's Vengeance season 5. Wink. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you want?
I'll look at the things I can make. I got my cloth. I don't think there's anything else that's it. Is there any other flammable items like oil?
Oh yeah, they absolutely have lamp oil.
I buy oil here.
They absolutely have lamp oil.
Yeah, can I get some oil for my lamps? They're completely trusting of me. I know that. I'm buying 2 flammable items. They love me, so. Can I buy like 2 gallons of oil?
Give me a moment.
Say for like the tavern or something.
So
Thanks for a first project.
So a pint of oil costs a silver piece. How many gallons are you looking for?
2.
That's going to be 16 pints. So 1.6 gold. They'll give you 1.5. Like, cut you a deal because you're such a good customer. 1 gold, 5 silver.
Wow.
A pint of this is pretty common stuff. This is how people the way people like light their homes at night is they pour a pint of oil into an oil lamp, and they put a little wick in it, and they light the wick, and then they carry that around, and that will light their house for like a whole night, and then they'll do that like a couple nights because they don't need it open all the time. Like this is a fairly common thing. It's like fish oil. It smells kind of horrible, but yeah, it lights.
I can't wait for them to explode them all, for it to smell deeply of fish.
I'm just gonna, do my normal, just say, smile at people, try to maybe. Can I try to barter for lower prices?
You can.
I think
You can. I don't know if you
using
want to
my
because it's
haggler
also
skill.
cheap. I mean, it's a thing you can do.
It's
It's so cheap, but we could be robbing.
Give me your diplomacy roll.
Let's normal things. That
Listen, it
Yeah,
might
you
be
gotta.
cheap, but
You
there's
got.
nothing that beats a.
Yeah, you got. You got. They gave you 12 yards for a gold instead of 10 yards, and this time around, for the lantern oil, they went ahead and they gave you the 2 gallons for 1 gold. Save the silver. You're such a good customer. You know, they're not gonna. They're like, we can't give you this forever, but new customer bonus, of course, of course. Yeah, of course, and of course you need to get 2 gallons of lamp oil. You work at that inn. How many lanterns do they have at the inn? Of course you need to go get lots of oil. It's not even suspicious.
Oh, of course. And that's why we need so much canvas because
You need to fix the bed sheets.
we cloth for the tables. Cloth for the
yeah,
tables.
and that's totally our job.
Yeah, bed sheets. All that.
Our job isn't being bodyguards.
Well, you
No,
know,
we're doing menial tasks because we can. We're bodyguards. We're helpful bodyguards. We
Yeah, we're
help them out
helpful
with their chores
bodyguards that are,
sometimes.
for some reason, almost never at the tavern.
it's not like the place is actually dangerous. I mean, people do ask, are you
Exactly.
sure that she's safe with that weird woman from Nadal who has seemed very angry the last couple days?
Oh, I can tell her.
Oh, I'm just gonna, is there anything else like that would catch my eye in this area?
That's a
She's
very good
angry at
Any,
question.
me, and I.
raw, any jewels, any raw jewels, any raw geodes?
Give me a moment.
Spare chain.
Give me a moment. Let me take a look. I don't like Adobe because Adobe is garbage, but that does load. They do load faster than this. So, I mean, there's ore on sale in the market from nearby. There's
Ore?
food, equipment, and supplies.
Any good ores for
They've
what
got
am I?
they've got iron.
I'm pretty sure I'm a jeweler.
They mostly got iron. They have a little bit of gold and silver, raw gold and silver.
Well, maybe I'm gonna. Can I buy a little bit of gold and silver? I've never used my jeweler profession. I want to try it out.
We can bedazzle the bombs.
Yeah, they've got some silver. You can buy a pound of silver for 5 gold, or a pound of gold for 50 gold.
Can I haggle on that pound?
You've already those are the post haggling prices.
Okay. I'll take the the silver for 5 gold.
Okay. You have a pound of raw unprocessed silver. Well, actually, it's not raw. It's an ingot. It's like a pound of silver ingot. You know, perfect for crafting jewelry out of.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to the tavern. Bye.
Well, you can make jewelry and then gain people's trust, and then it'll be funnier when they kill.
I think everyone in the town already loves me.
I don't think Opium loves you.
Hmm.
We're not blowing up Opian.
Well, we are blowing up his town.
We're not blowing up Opian though.
We will be.
We're running away because then if he has no town, he has no reason. We've already succeeded if we kill everyone in the town. Think about it like this. Sure, this might fuel Opian to train harder, become a stronger person, cause him to get an anger, get him to have the anime sad backstory, and become the main protagonist.
I think we should prefer. I think Opium doesn't think Amerigo is a threat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's sure
likes
Amerigo
Amerigo,
could be
somewhat.
a threat. He just saw Amerigo like dead eye aim, like, oh, if that was a living thing, it would be dead blast. Like, Amerigo knows Opian's aware Amerigo's a threat, but Opian doesn't think Amerigo's a threat to the revolution. Opian thinks Amerigo might be an asset, and is especially an asset to keep Aglin under control, because Aglin is a bit fucked up, actually.
Okay, I've been really big on how much I hate Opian. What if I became best bros with him? And then it would make it easier for him to lower his guard, and then I could kill him.
How do you intend to do that?
I don't fucking know.
Go to Opian's house.
I
Talk
should
with him,
talk to
smile,
the person
talk
that
about things.
that I, as a player, enjoy talking to. I could talk to Jonna and ask Jonna if she knows anything.
Well, so I'm going to brush over this because as fun as the talking is, I want to get things moving a little. Jonna is
All right.
pretty sure that if you got Loredana to agree to go on a nice dinner date with Opian, Opian would consider you like his own personal savior.
Personal savior is wild.
Like, Opian's been pining since
How
I
he
just
was
had
bad
it.
is he?
Oh God! So I just have to be a wingman?
One moment, I need to remember how I report a fucking bot. Report. Frickin' bot. Bot. Get the fuck out of here.
Kill.
Get banned. No presence in my fucking chat, you stupid bot. I'm not buying no fucking viewers.
Get killed. Dot. Alrighty, gang. So you're just telling me I have to be a wingman?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my God,
Opian
I'm
is
so good at
Opian is
being
still
a
going to be
wingman.
very serious about his job, but he isn't gonna he's gonna be like, oh my gosh. Apparently, he's been trying to get with Loredana for years, even before the revolution.
So you're telling me that I know last time you told me I had to get a Loredana, and you're like, I know last time we talked, I was like, you should break this man's heart, but you need to go on a date with this guy for my own personal gain. You're telling me I have to go do.
I mean, that's what Lana's like brilliant plan is hey,
Lana.
get them together. Not Lana. Jana. Jana's brilliant personal plan is if you get them together, they'll be so cute. And he'll love you, and she'll love you, and we can have a party for the whole town.
Okay. So, well, I don't have any other options. And, I mean, the more likely that I'm able to get Linton off my ass by getting Oppian to be in being in Oppian's favor, the more good it is for me because I need less people to be blackmailing me right now. Yeah, let's make Loredana go on a date with this dork.
Okay. Why don't you give me a diplomacy roll to convince her?
Oh, diplomacy?
Yeah. Convincing her to go on a date. Unless you're like lying to her about something. Doesn't seem like you are.
What is diplomacy?
Charisma.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Loredana is like, I know. And you're right, it probably would help, but I really don't want to be the Mrs. Nevelinder when House Thrune comes and puts my head on a spike next to his.
I mean, you won't be the Miss whatever the fuck after I kill him. So
Do you have to? He's a really nice man.
well, he could also kill us. So I guess. I mean, if you weren't working with us, you would have been dead too. Well, you would end up dead too.
Oh my gosh. Are you threatening her?
No, I'm just saying it as a fact.
It's just a fact. If you don't help us, you end up dead.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, you can make that intimidate check now.
Oh, God. Okay. Fine. Oh, fine. Okay. Jeez. I guess if I have to. I guess if I have to. Intimidate's totally not one of the things that I have like really good stuff for.
Yeah.
I guess if it's really necessary.
So yeah, she looks at you as you strongly imply that if she does not go ask the commander governor on a date, that you're going to make sure she dies. You didn't think her face could go paler, but it does. And she goes, right. You really are an agent of House Thrune. Truly heartless.
I'm an agent of your mom. I'm so sorry.
What? Your mom?
She says, tomorrow is the weekly meeting. She will ask him out after the weekly meeting tomorrow.
Oh, whoops. I got disconnected.
You got disconnected.
Whoopsie. Yeah. To Discord. Discord disconnected.
So yeah. She'll go do that
Anyway,
tomorrow
what are you saying?
evening. She'll go. She said she'll go tomorrow evening because that's when like it makes sense for her to see him again at the little weekly town hall meeting. And she asks if is that good enough for you?
I mean, yeah. I just need to find out. I'll figure out a way for him to know that it was me that helped
She
him
nods and she says,
bag his.
I'll make sure he understands that you convinced me.
Yeah.
Loredana, remember how I said that maybe I'd go on a date with you if someone put a gun to my head? Well, it turns out.
Turns out that the person with a gun
Thinks I should go on a date with you for my own well-being. Hey, MS, this is the same map we've been staring at for 2 weeks. And we will continue staring at for quite some time. But yeah.
Oh boy, we will.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad that we're such amazing. I'm really happy that my threatening gets to be used in this season. I mean,
I really hope the explode the entire town plan works.
I mean, I'm not wrong. You're either with us or against us. And if you're against us, then you're dead. So.
Well, you don't know how much of this town are loyalists. You know there are some.
Oh, Aglin would probably try to figure out.
Try to figure out how many loyalists there are.
You could try to bomb the angel.
You'd have to know where the angel is.
Yeah.
What I'm scared about, isn't there like supposed to be another person coming? I mean, like another paladin or something that moved away.
Yeah, there's an inquisitor who has gone to go negotiate agreements in the north who is scheduled to return at some point.
Maybe.
I'm afraid that because Mom is just gonna be a weirdo, she's gonna make it so the Inquisitor returns right when we explode the town.
I think maybe we should explode the Inquisitor.
Mama's a weirdo who likes stories too much, so she's gonna make everything line up in a way that make it more difficult.
Oh no, we'll have a plot. We're gonna be using a plot device? No.
Well.
Anyway.
What are you doing with your afternoon before Razalargo's arrival?
I'll be honest, you should figure out, because people like you a lot more than me. You should figure out,
The second we get a sense motive check, I'm cooked. Okay,
we can both go around and we could like figure out.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out who's a loyalist by speaking about the queen in a negative manner on like all and the House of Thrune and seeing how people's faces react.
Sure, go ahead and give me a sense motive check.
Exactly, this is going to be a sense motive. I only have like 3 in sense motive. Compared to my like 6 in diplomacy.
So some of the people in the town just are like, don't talk ill of the queen. And are like pretty like obviously loyalists to the crown. But most of the town seems like they are very, yay, glorious reclamation. Boo the queen.
Okay.
Which means that the town is mostly traitors to the crown.
Who are those loyalists?
You can make note of them. I'm not gonna like give you a list of all like 50, 60 people. Come on.
Okay, well,
We could like give them a nice little
I will.
camping trip.
Let's just say I remember the obvious loyalists.
We
And,
can send them a
they'll come and
letter
play
being
later.
like you just want a camping trip to the middle of the forest where no bombs would reach you. Smiley face.
You can certainly spend a lot of
How much
time and
paper
write
do
those
I have?
letters
I
and
might-
deliver them.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be like 2 sets of gifts. There's gonna be the "You're not a loyalist, go die" gift, and then you're the loyalist gift, which is a letter saying "Get the heck out of town before you die."
Except it's going to be written in a way that won't get our asses caught.
How many bombs do you think you can make with 2 gallons of lamp oil and some canvas?
20.
Yeah, about. They're not going to be big bombs. Yeah, so you got
But
like
like
20.
the main point here is we're taking out. We're not. The goal here is to get most of our bombs from Rosalago, not from the shop. Those are
When
things
we
to
see
spread the fire.
Rosalago this evening, we are going to beg him for a nuke. Is basically what we're saying.
Put that thought in the back of your head for part 5.
What do you mean? Are we not getting any financial support? Is this what's happening?
You were told you're
Are
not
you
getting
telling
financial
me this
support.
man's not?
We were told that we would get no financial support, but that we never got told that we couldn't give him money so he could buy stuff from outside the town because this town has no resources.
No one told us this town would have no resources.
Hey. He might
Aglin's
be
gonna go
willing
on a
to do that.
trip to buy explosives.
He might be willing
from
to.
another
He might
town.
be willing to. I'm just saying, a magical
Okay,
nuke is a bit beyond your
I'm gonna-
finances.
We're not buying a magical nuke. We're buying some.
I was making a joke.
Okay. Do we want to fast forward to when Razalargo arrives?
Yeah.
No,
Unless Rex wants to.
let's go.
Okay. It is the dead of the night. I assume you are in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement.
Okay. There's a
All
soft
cult rituals in the basement.
There's a soft scent of brimstone, and then the sound. Well,
Dude, Razmachan. Gross.
I see you've ingratiated yourself in the town. I don't remember his voice.
Should we? Shit, the fuck? That's basically what his voice is.
Well,
That's what a baby fly man would sound like.
Well, what do you need from me? Or what? Tell me how goes your progress? Yes.
The main issue, our main issue right now is the leader of the town, Oppian, is able to see evil auras and has identified me as a threat. They have yet to identify Amerigo as a threat, but I have gathered the support of all the townspeople, so he can't act against me.
They also have angels, which is a little bit annoying. I'm currently being blackmailed by this weird medicine guy. I don't know. I'll see if I want to try and become quote unquote allies with Oppian for the moment before I eventually kill his ass so that he can get rid of any issues that we could have in the process of overthrowing him.
I see.
Like-
It's a bold plan.
Linton's able to turn into me, so I need him gone.
So,
Interesting. Hmm. A
uh,
shapeshifter.
Maybe.
he actually, I think though, we need more. We don't need money. We need like materials because this town has no materials overall. Like, I want to just the easiest way, in my opinion, to deal with this is just kill all the townspeople. And the easiest way to do that is by making bombs.
If you
But
kill
the
the
issue is this town doesn't have enough
townspeople,
resources.
they can't pay taxes.
That is a true point.
That is a true point. That is a true point. It
But
also
if you
prevents
want
a future
material,
rebellion.
if you want material, I have word of a material shipment bound in for this town.
Oh,
A material shipment.
that might be nice. Is it from the north?
It's coming from the north. It is escorted,
That
not by their
is
inquisitor. Their inquisitor is still in negotiations. There are some soldiers escorting it, but well, it is a wagon of refined materials that needs 2 heavy horses to drag it. And they are dragging it slowly.
that does sound like it should be.
If you could get a hold of a couple of horses, I bet you could ride north and intercept it tomorrow evening. If you left tonight.
That is true.
And it would take you, of course, the rest of the 3 days to get these goods back. But we'd have a lot of material. And what you don't need, we could very carefully sell for a finder's fee.
Very true. I have also identified at least 60 loyalists among the citizens. I'm trying to figure out who's a loyalist among the crowd. It seems a very small portion of the population shows any sign of being a loyalist. There's probably other loyalists, they're just hiding it far better.
Well, I'm sure you know, most people don't care for politics. Let the winds shift and they'll shift with them.
No.
Foolish commoners and all. Is that all?
The government is created mainly out of weak people who have. So the only true government official who's a threat, there is one person who oversees the military fort, and then there is Opian. Those are the only 2 government officers who pose a threat. There is also a mage, but the mage seems rather non-loyal to the cause.
The mage also is in love with you.
I'd be cautious with the mage.
They are?
I'd be cautious with the mage. The mage has served the glorious reclamation since its days as a mere terrorist cell. He's known to show poor judgment, but my intelligence tells me that the mage is one of the most loyal men. He's responsible for the summoning of the angels. But
He's told me that he wished someone would shoot him dead. I should have done it.
don't worry too much about angels. Razalargo looks directly at you, Aglin. The same techniques can be used to banish an angel as can be used to banish a devil. And Razalargo disappears in a puff of smoke and a scent of sulfur.
God, I hate
Disease.
razzmatazz.
Okay, well, I think this is a pretty easy. We don't actually go for the cart. We go for the cart tomorrow. I identify a couple more loyalists. Amerigo rizzes the Oppian. Oh wait, that's not how it goes. And I take out the mage later. I don't think we need that cargo unless we want more money.
Yeah, I don't think the cargo is necessary.
But the cargo will
If
reinforce.
we want more money, though,
The cargo will reinforce the reclamation.
it'll take more than 3 days to get here. So if we can deal with the reclamation in 3 days, which is the question is if we are able to deal with the reclamation in 3 days. Do you think it's possible?
If we deal with our biggest issue, we could deal with everything else.
I think I could deal with the mage, if that the homosexual mage by taking out his snake, maybe.
His fucking familiar, you
The only other option I see is maybe I plant the bombs in his house.
mean? You know, he has a lot of traps in his house, so I remember him saying that.
Oh yeah, he does. Wait,
He's pretty.
not even his house. I don't want to deal with damage to noble property.
But he's also really good at getting his guard down.
But we'd have to kill him one hit. I don't have that firepower.
I have a gun. And I'm pretty damn good at shooting things point blank through the skull.
So how do you intend
think
to
that's the
bring
right
this
wording.
to have this guy let his guard down?
Aglin!
Nope. Aglin,
Aglin,
and
how gay
Faldrith
can you
sitting in a
pretend to
tree.
be?
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Aglin and Phaedrus sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes Amerigo. Then we have a gun and blood coming through Phaedrus' head. He's dead! Yay!
Oh no!
No more angels!
An easy solution, if I do say.
Well, what do you want to do? The night is young,
So-
sort of.
I actually think we might want to intercept the cargo, but let's
Yeah,
start
I was gonna
intercepting
say,
it
like,
later.
can't we just intercept it when it's
Like,
closer?
if we don't,
Yeah.
like, sure, it might be more reinforced, but Aglin and Amerigo have plot armor. It has been
We
shown
have
multiple
plot
times.
armor, we have gun.
Yeah, it'll arrive in
We
3
have
days. So
Yeah. So if we take out the government in 3 days, then no issue. And then we just take the cargo out once we're done. When's the next time for one of those parties where everyone's gathered up?
I think it's
tomorrow
tomorrow.
night. That's where Loredan is going to ask out Oppian.
Which is why Amerigo needs to be there so he can wingman.
Yeah.
This is gonna go
He'll,
so
like-
terribly. I love it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's the day when we have to do everything. So in this hypothetical, right? How much do these people trust me? Like the people who are going to this party?
Phaedrith is depressed because he thought you were coming along to fuck, and you were like, "Oh no, I'm just here to study." Linton
No, I said
is blackmailing Amerigo. Loredana has been threatened by Amerigo and is going to do that. Jana loves both of you. Jay, what the heck is her name? I forget her name. The girl, the lady,
Whatever the
Monk
fuck.
Gal. Monk Gal
Yeah, Monk Gal.
is Jalia. Jalia is suspicious of you. Oppian is suspicious of Aglin also.
Okay, well, can I just spend the night making some beautiful jewelry out of the silver I
Yeah, and then
bought?
suspiciously gift it to everyone.
And out of curiosity. Um,
We're still invited to the parties, right?
We're going to ask Laura Dobbs spot cards.
We're going to
Laura
as Laura-
Donta is not her name. Good try.
you can if you want to craft them magically, you can intentionally fail your check and it'll become a cursed item.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll make two sets of jewelry. Can I do that? Where half of them being cursed and half of them being normal.
Okay, what are you wanting to make?
Cursed rings. I'll make
Cursed rings, right?
cursed rings,
Actually,
right?
first,
Cursed pointer finger ring.
do you have do you have the feats to craft magic items?
I don't know. Let me check actually. If I don't, then
I feel like rings would be a bad gift because because you don't know the exact size of everyone's fingers.
Oh, a magic ring's resize.
let me see. I don't know. I don't actually think I do.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
No, you need
Unless this is.
you need the craft wondrous item feat.
Yeah. Nah.
So you
I
need
don't
to
think
gain
I
a
got
level and
that.
take a feat.
I do have another level
Have you not gained
just-
your 5th level you're supposed
that I
to?
haven't done.
Do that
yet.
now. We're not continuing.
Oh no, I've
Make your level.
gained my fifth. Wait, I've gained my fifth. I know I've gained my 5th level. It's just weird because I have like more EXP than my.
What's your
My-
thing look like?
What's your thing look like?
How much EXP?
How much? America.
10,800.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that you
Yeah,
should be.
No, I have my.
No, I have my level 5 done. I think. Yeah.
You should have 15,000 XP and level 5.
15,000, right?
You should, or 15,000
Okay.
plus extra experience. Have you not been tracking your experience? Because I don't know how much experience
I
you're
had
supposed to have.
16,800, but Amerigo had. I had 16,800. Amerigo had 10,800.
16,800 is correct. 16,800 is correct. You're at level 5.
What's the next
You
level
will
experience?
gain your next level at 23,000 experience.
Mine is like. I was confused because mine is like 6,000 next level.
Because you haven't upgraded that in ages. Okay. So if you have an empty feat slot, which you got at level 5, and if you didn't fill it, you can take Craft Wondrous item. Did you take your level 5 feat?
I think I I took my level.
Okay.
I took that.
Okay. Then no, you cannot make magic rings at this
So I'll
time.
just craft normal. I'll just create normal jewelry then.
Okay.
Instead, normal jewelry.
And
It still adds more to it. I'll make some like
Damn, those
necklaces.
are some trash necklaces.
okay, so you want to make a nice silver rings. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Ooh.
I don't want magic rings, you stupid guy. Where's your basic ordinary rings? Okay, there it is. So, to craft your ring, you will need to pay a third of its price, which is going to be 3 silver pieces per ring. Where is our check this table, and the table isn't freaking there. There it is. Okay. You're going to need to make a craft jewelry check. That's not a
I did.
craft. You can't craft with profession.
Oh dang, my brain is breaking.
Oh dang!
You can
My brain was
identify
breaking.
jewels and you can sell things. So you do not have the capability to make jewelry.
What if I use? What if I make random stuff instead?
What
Silver.
craft skills do you have? What craft skills do you have?
Oh, remember
Oh, remember.
last year.
Mine's
Know your character sheet. You have all this time that you can spend to review your character sheets while I'm at work. Let's take a look at your character sheet that you should know on your own. You didn't even list your crafts. You need to pick a craft.
You said I could do. Put it down with something.
You need to pick a craft. You can pick craft jewelry, but you need to pick a craft. Varies is not an option. Do you want to do craft jewelry? There, you have craft jewelry now. No, you can't have craft jewelry because we already discussed that you needed to be able to use craft metalworking to make your construct. No, you did craft. You can do it with craft jewelry. It's just gonna. You need to pick your skills when you pick your skills, okay, Han? Okay?
what did you say?
When you're picking your skills, you have to actually pick your
Yeah.
skills. Do you want craft metalsmith or do you want craft jewelry? Which one do you want? It's basically going to be deciding if you're going to be making small little constructs or big constructs. And later, when you gain a level, you can take the other one.
Metal.
Okay. There we go. It is now
You're the one
set.
who told me.
It is now set. You have craft smithing. So you won't be able to make jewelry, but you'll be able to make other things. Probably not tonight. That's probably not something you'll be able to make for this meeting. Haglin just does not have those particular skills. All right. So the evening passes. Are we going to be doing anything tomorrow in the day prior to the meeting? Haglin or Amerigo?
I would try to find more people who like loyalists.
Okay. You've already...
Really.
Okay, so we'll just fast forward then to the meeting. What are you taking with you to the meeting? Are you bringing any of those? Are you making any of those bombs? You don't have the craft to make a
Well,
bomb,
why
but
would we
you don't
bring-
need craft to shove oil, to shove a little piece of canvas inside a thing of oil. I'm sorry?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll take a couple of those, like 4 of those, right?
Okay.
And then I'll just wrap those in more cloth
Okay, so you've got
and put them in my pocket.
You've got 4 pints of oil rigged as bombs.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take my spear too.
Are we gonna explode them today?
Apparently,
Just
that's what's going to
in case,
happen.
just in case.
Apparently, that's what Aglin's idea is to firebomb the meeting. There we go. What are you doing?
America doesn't have much possessions. He's just gonna have his guns, hungamunga, the things that are on his person always.
Alrighty. I am going to... Yeah. Sure, you've all gotten relatively trustworthy. You're going to get invited. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. So, the meeting occurs at the Narcopolis Manor because it's convenient. So, I'll bring everyone over there. And Phaedrith is there looking all depressed. And Jalia is going to be there.
Remember our plan. Remember our plan. Hit plan. We call it KISSINJ.
Laura Dunn is here.
We could also call it AN.
You're here.
We could also call the planet. Oh my god, she is squid.
Yeah, so everyone's kind of like so. I'm gonna... Okay.
The foot is...
Position yourselves around the table like you want. You're not actually...
Why would we put me next to...
That's where he sat. He sat at the far end.
Anglin, move your character, swap spaces with me. I'm not saying excellent.
No,
You're not going to be.
No.
You're not going to be KISNSING. Periods between each letter, by the way. All at the fucking tape.
Kill in super surprise. That's what we're doing.
Kill it, super surprise. Yeah, plan kiss. Oh, but we both need to be involved for plan kiss. Because I'm the one who's shooting.
Once you're done, once you're done making Oppian and girl with face, KISSING.
There are two parts with plan KISS, and by that we mean just two people, two people, and they both of the plans involve them.
Okay.
So this varies a little bit.
So there's a
Both
dinner.
go under the same name.
So there's going to be a dinner party. You're allowed at the dinner party. Then they're going to kick out Aglin for the town government meeting. Amerigo, you've passed the test. If you want to stay for the town government meeting, you can.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there's some nice little drinks and dinners. Anything that any of you want to do during the dinner portion?
Haglin, get the fuck out. Anyway.
During the dinner portion, I will talk with our good homie.
During the dinner.
What do you want to do during the dinner? Your mic cut out.
He wants to talk to his good old homie.
Okay. What do you want to say? He looks a little
Hatred.
hurt. He looks a little hurt, and not like he really wants to talk to you. So how do you lead into this?
I'm gonna ask why he looks so down.
Well, I'm not sure it's appropriate to discuss in this venue.
Something bad happened.
Are you stupid or just cruel?
Can while they're having this conversation, Amerigo be like, you know the thing with your hands where you make two like kissing things? It will be like so no one else at the table can see it, but then if Phaedrus like looked down. Can I? Because it would be funny.
Phaedrus does not look down.
Man.
So you do the little kiss.
Man.
Aglin is going to continue with his conversation. He's just gonna ask while he looks down, and then I'm gonna ask, "Oh, did something happen with your study?"
Yeah. Listen. Why don't we discuss this when I have to escort you out at the end of the party? Okay?
Okay. I'll smile at him, and then I'll leave.
You could like say something. You could add something in there, like, oh, like you're a good friend though, or something.
Phaedrus will go, "Excuse me, Lord Neverlinder. I need to have a discussion with Aglin." And he will go with you to speak. Oh, let's say in the little bathroom here.
Bathroom.
Okay, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for Amerigo to shoot them at this current point in time.
It's on my seat.
I'm sorry?
No, you can keep the makeshift bombs with you. It just means that if push comes to shove, instead of Amerigo killing him, Agla just can explode him.
Okay. So
Okay.
well, before we get to Aglin, Amerigo, are you doing any conversations or anything with anyone?
I don't know. Can I please, pretty please read some people's minds?
You can. Who are you reading?
Alrighty. I'm gonna read Jalia's mind.
Jalia is thinking actually about Aglin and Phaedrus. Like she's looked at them go and she's got this what's going on there thought in her head.
Okay, that's lame.
Like she's shipping them.
Okay, that's lame. According to plan, what's going on in Opion's head?
Oppian is actually worried about how he's going to broach with you killing your business partner.
Wait, he's gonna ask me to kill Agri?
That is his surface thought.
Huh.
He could have noticed though.
Linton, I'm not. Did Linton say anything about me not how I shouldn't read his thoughts? When he was threatening me earlier.
No, he just said to be careful. That he's watching you.
Be careful. 'Cause
And
he's watching me.
his thoughts are actually kind of Last I heard they headed southeast towards the caves.
Can this guy stop thinking like the most ominous shit?
He's very worried about a couple of people. You know, people tend to think obvious shit because they're not accustomed to people reading their minds casually at the dinner table.
I don't think most people think ominous shit though.
God, he needs to be more like me. He needs to be thinking about like memes all the time.
Yeah, he needs to be thinking about the Bible just in case something.
Oh, this
Yeah,
guy is
just
not
like
thinking
Aglet.
about this guy is not thinking about the Bible.
Oh wait, how many people's minds can I read? 4?
Yeah. And you've read 3.
Okay, and I read 3 people. Okay, so well
So we have Jalia and Laura.
actually I have Jana and Maradona.
You read Jana.
No, I read John.
Oh, Jalia is not thinking about shipping. Jana is. Jalia
Okay.
is thinking something very different. Oh goodness. Jalia is thinking about how she needs to reinforce the bindings on Lady Orsolani's cell.
Oh my god, we got that NA.
And then John is like, ooh, gossip, ooh, flirting. What are they up to?
Yeah. I wasn't planning on reading Jana's mind because I knew it'd be something like that.
Are you going to read Laura Donna's mind?
Yeah.
Hatred. Laura Donna is hating you.
Whoops.
She is thinking about if she can get away with poisoning your food and stopping you from like anything, because she is like, this boy is going to murder me.
You should glare at her
No, I think it would be
or
funnier
something.
if Amerigo looked at her and was, if Amerigo like looked at her, just prolonged eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to try and implant any thoughts in her head?
Could I? Now, just the question would be, what thoughts?
Yeah. And you can even, if you want to, purposefully fail your bluff check so that she knows that the thought is coming from you.
What if I make her think something really stupid? No, or I could do something on the more like your life will be fine as long as you're fine.
Sure. Go ahead and
You won't die if you play your role.
go ahead and
Ruler
make
of society.
your bluff check, or purposefully fail it.
I'll purposely fail it. My
Okay.
bluff is really good.
As you do this, she stops and she looks up and she makes eye contact with you and just puts her fork down and stops eating. And Oppian goes, Loredana, is the food not to your liking? And she goes, oh no, my liege. Actually, I have something I need to discuss with you. He says, can it wait? And she goes, oh no, I don't think it can. He goes, I see. Let's meet in the sitting room.
I sure hope she's not ratting me out because I do have a gun. I have two actually. I have two, and then I have a tool that can be used to bludgeon someone to death.
You have a musket on your back and a pistol on your belt.
Yeah, and then I have a hungamunga somewhere.
And then you have a hungamunga on the other side of your belt. Aglin. So, Phaedrus has just dragged you into the restroom, and as he does, he says, it's you! What do you want? You take my heart and you lift me up and you throw me down again? What game are you playing?
Oh my god.
Remember, plan KISS.
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah.
Aglin,
Yeah,
play
yeah.
this cool, play this Riz. I know you're not gay, but you have to.
I'm going to ask what he means by lift his heart up. And lift it down as I've never lifted it down.
I've never literally touched your heart, actually.
Something cringe. I've never touched
I
your
don't
heart. Yeah,
remember-
exactly.
I don't remember
I've
touching
never
any of your vital
touched your heart.
organs.
Yeah, he just looks at you and says, are you not aware of how beautiful you are? How angelic?
I get it. Oh.
Light bulb face emoji.
Eureka!
Oh. I'm just gonna go with try to do a fake look of just like knowledge
Like,
all of a sudden.
Eureka!
Like he understands.
I get it now.
Okay, make your bluff check, Aglin.
Please not be. I don't have bluff. What is bluff?
Charisma.
It's just it's charisma, yeah.
Let me check something real quick.
Charisma's not charisma's. Bluffing is a skill. It's a skill Amerigo has.
Yeah.
That Amerigo's
Bluff, yeah.
actually really good at, and which is why I wanted to purposely fail that.
Is this a skill? Is this a morale? Is this a morale bonus skill check or
I'm
not?
assuming
Does
Aglin
this
does
affect
not
morale?
I'm assuming Aglin does not actually understand what Favorith is saying and is faking it because you said a fake look of that. If you actually
Yeah, but
understand,
I can get a
I thought we
morale
established that
bonus
It's not a morale.
Aglin already knew that.
thing.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, then I will
And you're right. We
use
already
that
established that you
to-
do understand.
to add the +2 to bluff.
Okay.
That will be +2 to bluff. If I can do a morale, then I can do another +2. But
Okay. So you fake that you understand exactly what he means by angelic. As he just goes, your beauty captivated me. Your honesty captivates me. And I know that the Lord Commander sees wickedness and evil in your heart, but I also see. And he runs his finger along the hem of your vest. I see.
Wait, what?
I see the craftsmanship here. I know what you are. I know what they do to people like you growing up. You can't help the way you were. And I want to help you be good, be better together. I can fix you.
It'd be really funny if we killed him in the middle of the song.
He's
I
got
don't know what
your
to say
back.
here because,
He's
like,
got your back
personally,
against.
I don't know what to say here.
He's got your back against the sink as he's saying this.
Did you bring your Did you bring your? Because you brought your spear here. Did you bring your spear into the bathroom?
Yeah. It's on my.
You could just stab him right here. Stab him. Hear me out.
No, like, here's the thing. Alan is trying to exploit this man.
Yeah, but he also has you pinned against the sink, and we're not taking the name of our plan that seriously.
I can fix you. Quotation marks.
That's what he's doing.
Oh my god. I don't know how to respond. Like, I think Alan should know how to respond to this, but I have absolutely no clue.
Okay,
You know?
at a high level, what
In
do
this
you want
situation, how
Aglin to
do
do?
you-
Aglin is more charismatic and charming than you.
I want Aglin to try to play into his "I can fix you" stupidity, right?
Yeah.
And like pretend to be part of it while he is also not. But like try to make it blend in a realistic way where it's not like him just going, "Oh, I love you so much," or like that. It's like he's like a slow
You
talk
could.
turn,
You
but
could. So Aglin starts confessing made up childhood traumas in the
You know?
restroom. That would be what Aglin would be doing. It's like, yeah, my father used to beat me, and you have to look out for yourself, and confessing things. He's feeding that line.
What the
of
fuck is this? A
manipulative
priest
old-
confessional?
Basically, he's like.
It's a forced confessional.
Basically, he's doing hurt comfort. He's doing hurt comfort play, but they skipped the hurts.
Yeah.
And Fayrth is listening. Is like, let it out. I can talk to the Lord Commander. We can help you.
I can talk about. Yeah. I can also play on the as in a sign of rebellion in my youth. Instead of following Asmodeus, I chose to follow Abadar, right?
Yes, and there's hope for you.
You know?
Love of civilization. Abadar is an ally of Iomedae. Surely we can work with you and redeem you to the light of justice.
Everyone's definitely gonna try to play in here. He is not going to obviously his character still has flaws, he's trying to make it so seem like obviously his character has flaws.
Of course.
He can't just become a. He's not a good personified. All that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cringe.
It is an absolute asshole moment. You are playing with this gay elf's heart.
We're playing him like a fiddle.
Yes.
It's not playing. We're completely decimating his beliefs. Hopefully,
We are going to get the best grade in orchestra ever.
we're getting a full marks in theater.
Yeah. So what do you want to get out of him? What do you want him to do now? If we were playing like Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you'd get a string on him. Games I will not run for my
I'd
sons,
love
but you should look up.
I would love to, pretend to be on this path of maybe considering, supporting this Iomedean movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But really, I'm just trying to play it off right now that, obviously I'm a noble. I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna try to play off, my goal here is to get Phaedric to trust in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very thoroughly, right?
Why don't you give me a sense motive?
As much as a lover person.
Okay. Why don't you
I'm
give me
about to get. Is Phaedric about to blow me up?
Give me a
I
sense
don't
motive
know,
check.
blow you up or blow you up.
He is certainly gonna
I'm
blow
sorry.
you. Oh. Oh, you actually made it. Oh dear. As he says, which family are you from? You get the awareness that he's not just in here for his desires. He wants to save you. He wants to redeem you. But he's also been ordered by his boss to find out whether you're a threat, and particularly which family you serve, as he asks for your noble family name.
Now, the question is your noble family name something that will blow this whole up in our face?
Do you think that would Aglin think that's the case? Here.
The Nele family are courtiers. So instead of the Fex family, and the Narcopolis families, who are like lords, the Nele family works in the capital directly for the imperial family as like accountants and stewards and things like that. So it would be admitting that your family has close ties to the throne.
I have, but honestly, is there any other angelic people in like the noble families?
No.
Let's.
You could lie and say that you're like you could lie and say you're from the Fex family. You could lie and say you're an Archipolis. You could lie and say anything. There's not a good answer here, but if you do say Nele, you do know that this will lead back to your father. It will confirm that your father intended to make you a priest of Asmodeus and you rebelled.
I would go here with I would say something along the lines of I was born into the house of Nele, right, or whatever, but when I reached adulthood, I got moved to work for whatever noble family I was working for in the first village.
Fex.
Before eventually leaving.
Okay, and that's all true.
Facts.
See, there's no bluff check involved. You're just like, yeah, I I was born for. I am of House Nele, and I work for the Archbaron and I worked for the Archbaron Fex until I came here. And his eyes, like, this is a guy who recognizes both of those names as you say them. And he goes, "You grew up in the belly of the beast." And
What the
He
fuck?
start- he's
Did
like,
he stop fucking?
he is such a bleeding heart, I must save you sort of gay. It's great. He says, "We'll be better together."
Bro is
Thank you.
the definition of an I can fix him girl.
Yes. He says, let's get back to dinner."
I mean,
He's like, I can fix you, but it sounds like he's converting you to a religion.
That is literally
will-
what he's doing.
He's
will,
like, I can fix you. And you know who else? God.
I can't fix you, but Iomade can.
it's so great.
Yeah, he goes back to the table.
As long as
He
there's
uses
this
more
good in
than-
your heart.
It's like when someone like makes a post about them being gay, and then someone in the comments is like, "I'll pray for you."
Yeah, but this is like, "Oh, I'm straight. Well, I'll pray for you." So yeah, he leaves you alone in the restroom as he heads back to the table.
Well, I guess
And
I
he sits
will
next to me.
I will sit in the restroom, right? Do my general. I'll play with my little birdie probably, and
I'll play with my little birdie.
I will.
I was in the bathroom playing with my.
And I honestly, I guess I'll explore the bathroom in its completeness. Maybe there's a cool secret passageway. Probably not.
Hi, I'm gonna look through your bathroom real quick. Don't worry.
There's a
I'm
commode.
gonna play with my bird.
There's a commode. There's a sink with a little mirror. And a cast iron tub. And as you look in the mirror,
How?
and as you look in the mirror and see your face, it's not your face looking back. It's a man
Whose face is it?
It's a man who looks just like you, but with deep crimson skin, short, sharp horns, and a neatly trimmed beard. And he just mouths, "I approve," before it's your face again.
Dog, what the fuck? Get the hell out of his skin.
You can make a knowledge
I
religion
couldn't-
check if you like.
Ooh, wait, what? What can I do?
You can make a knowledge religion check if you like. You just recognized the traditional depiction of Asmodeus, god of deceit, contracts, and tyranny, explicitly approving of your actions.
Whoops.
What? What? That all just came in at the exact same second. All your words just came in to me at the exact same
The
second.
god of Asmodeus.
Yeah, the patron god of House Thrun.
Asmodeus is a
Asmodeus just basically looked at you through the mirror and said, "I approve."
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Alright, good job, dog.
you have the attention of a
I didn't
god.
need that religion check. I already knew that from just.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well,
we can fix him. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll skivity in the corner or whatever until.
Well, I
and we
guess
can
I'll
go around.
skibbity in the. What, you're gonna skibbity in the toilet?
okay. So,
I guess I'll I'll do my extrematory actions in the toilet.
Extrematory actions. What the fuck?
You know,
Take a shit. Okay.
you guys can do. We can go back to Rex.
Back to America.
Amerigo, are you going to do anything to spy on what's going on and see what they do?
How good is my hearing?
Pretty good.
Could I hear into that room?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm not very good at these. It is 0 equals 0 plus 0. Oh, hey.
Yeah, so you can hear in the other room him say, of course, you can hear a little like whispering, and you're not 100% what's getting made out, but you do hear your name. And then as Appian comes back and walks by, Appian looks at you and gives you a wink for sitting down. And Loredana comes back shortly after, looking somehow more haggard.
It worked.
than
It
when she
worked.
I should have saved my mind reading for after when I did this. Like mind reading Appian until after I did this to figure out what the fuck he's thinking. Because that's such a weird thing to do, buddy. What does that mean? Did you get the girl or are you trying to get me is what I'm asking.
It was. You can make a sense motive
What
check.
does the fuck does the wink mean?
You can make a sense motive check.
I'm okay at these.
Yeah, it's a thank you wink. It's a I see what you've
Thank
done for
God.
me. It's a I see what you've done for me wink.
I'm sorry. It's just so funny. Bro comes in here, winks, and she's so fucking pissed.
Well, with this, the dinner ends, and they are going to ask Aglin to leave and Americo to stay to discuss business. Any last things that you want to do, Aglin?
I'm gonna wink at our good friend, the man, the myth, legend, whoever. I'll just wink.
Wink at who?
The man, the myth, legend
It's just
can leave.
I'm gonna do one of those like Korean winks or whatever.
Korean wings? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, bro's like heart hand. Yay!
Doing a little hard-handed Phaedra on your way out? Okay.
Not on our hands, just gonna do that.
Just
That's what's up.
Bro is going to idle his way out.
As he goes out, Appian's going to look over and say, Amerigo, I must ask, are you willing to swear your allegiance to the reclamation?
not the hard. Just
Oh, well. Well, you put me in a situation, buddy. What exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that we're going to be discussing things that are of utmost importance to the reclamation. I need to swear you to secrecy and loyalty before we begin, or ask you to leave with your co-worker.
Sure.
Right?
I swear. Or whatever the fuck.
Then let us pray, and he leads everyone in a prayer to Iomade. And then says, so, to begin old business. And Phaedrith collapses back in his seat and says, I really don't think it's a problem that you should be worried about, Appia. He willingly confessed his family name and everything. He's a Nele. They're
I
minor.
could have just told you that.
You knew he was a Nele?
Yeah, I've been working with him.
Since Archbaron Fex.
Yeah.
And you can see Appian's eyes narrowing, and he says, we know already from investigations that this is a mercenary. It's not unreasonable, and you've confirmed. And being a Nele explains everything. And he starts like moving his hands in arcane circles, and a little like shining light happens, and a little ball floats and pulses, and he goes, "Oh, Spirit of Heaven, can you confirm that Aglin rebelled against Asmodeus to serve Abadar?" And the Lantern Archon flashes, and in Celestial speaks. Do you speak Celestial, Amerigo?
I don't know.
I don't think you do. So you just see this.
Where would that be?
It would
Bottom
be
of
on
your character.
languages.
Bottom of the.
Right there.
No, I only
Right
know
there.
like Chelish and
You're not like 10.
You're not like 10 languages
So
like me.
so the little ball flashes a little. There's a little almost chorus of music trickles down, and then it vanishes again. And as it does, you can see, Amerigo, Faerith's face drops as he turns to Appian and goes, I really don't think, and Appian goes, we can't risk it. I understand your feelings for the boy, and he is charming and the people love him, and I do agree. In better times, we would want to re-educate him and train him. But heaven's spoken. The Lord of Hell has his eyes personally on the boy. We have to be cautious. Amerigo.
Yeah.
Could you bring yourself to kill him? And Jana goes,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, we're not going to assassinate someone.
Fuck. So sorry, my headphones got out of my ear.
Abia just asked if you would
What?
be willing to kill him, and Jana immediately went, whoa, we are not discussing murdering citizens of the town.
You're a citizen of the town.
I mean, Abia says, I mean in the sense of if he resists arrest. He's too dangerous to let walk freely. He's a cleric. He has the attention of our god's primary enemy. He's a noble. We need to bring him in. We need to imprison him. Jelia, how quickly can the jail have a second dedicated cell?
Johannes, can you do a jail uprising?
I'm sorry?
Change your plans. We got a jail uprising on our hands.
I don't think I can uprise against a jail if I can't pray. That's like the
I'm not sure you
thing,
can
you know?
stay in a jail.
They'll probably con. Like, I'd have to have a days of preparation to, like, keep my spell book in some way. There's just too many outlying.
Well, you can prepare your
you know?
spells beforehand.
Yeah, but, like, I'm saying, like, I don't think... they'll probably confiscate my spell book, right?
Yep, but if you have your spells prepared beforehand, all you need is your material components.
The issue is I don't know this is happening, so I'm not just so I don't have the spell.
Well, when are we going to be
authorized.
arresting him?
Well, Jalia goes, Faerith, can you create spellbinding shackles with the shipment materials? And Faerith goes, probably. Then Jalia goes, how quickly can be ready? Because I don't have a second jail cell for a special agent. Either we put him in with the general population, which is going to be dangerous with how charming he is. Or I put Orsini in with the general population, which is a fool's errand. Or we bind his spellcraft and put him in a cell with Orsini. Appian kind of frowns. None of those are ideal. Well, we can't murder someone without a trial, Jenna says. I don't approve. I still don't approve of what you're doing to Zara. Zara was just doing her job. She's a charming woman. A little rude, but a charming woman. She's a Hell Knight and an agent of House Thrune. Politics. And Ian just kind of sighs. Well, Amerigo, if we get you these spellbinding shackles, can we trust you to put them on Aglin and bring him to the jail? Preferably in the dark of night so he doesn't make a scene.
Oh, but he can make a halo.
But how long would this take? Getting this shackles, etc., etc.
Faerith frowns. The supplies come in 3 days. I can have them. I can do my spell work in advance and have them prepared a day after, 2 days? 2 days after the arrival. So 5 days hence, I could get them to you.
We could put. This is a player thing. Player speaking. We could prepare for an uprising in 3 days. I don't need to put the shackles on him. And then I would just have magic shackles.
Yeah, you just have to put shackles on him. They don't have to be those shackles. And if only you had some sort of metalsmith who could make them look magical without reproducing the actual spell work.
If only. Anyway. Yeah, we got a plan. We can fool them. And then that would mean that I would have magic shackles and I could use the magic shackles.
You would have spellbinding shackles.
On Phaedrus. Well, if he gives me the spellbinding shackles, then I can just have. Then that means that I have spellbinding shackles then.
Oh my.
And if we could make a replica, then that would just mean we'd have them to our disposal.
Well. So what do you say, Amerigo? As kind of everyone looks at you.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can see a little look of disappointment across Jana's face, like, you could? Really?
Yeah. Really. So sorry, Jana.
He says,
you were
good.
my favorite.
And Navian says, good. For the cause. The supplies will arrive 3 days hence by the North Road. Linton, you've mentioned the Braden family is still missing. Linton nods. We haven't been able to spare anyone to search yet. Do you have any leads that we can guide us? And he goes, I have some ideas. I should have a better sense by next week. Are you sure you'll be able to spare the men? I can handle it myself. And Appian waves his hand. No, no, no. The Braden family being missing is the talk of the town. We need to prove that the Narcopolis family doesn't have anything to do with this. And Linton nods. Of course. Of course. And they move on to some basic administrative discussions before leaving for the day. Dun, dun, dun. So,
He does have 10 intelligence, though.
back to the city map because that meeting is done. Do we have anything we intend to do over the next 5 days until the shipment arrives? Or do you still intend to capture
Aglin
the
is going
shipment?
to do the generic. Aglin is going to be talking with people, hopefully getting that spell from Phaedrus. The spell
Which spell?
scrolls.
Oh yeah.
Like, what was it? Like, was it? Yeah. Hopefully. He said he'd get me 2 of those at some point.
Yeah, he's going to be giving you a couple
Well,
of
let's
scrolls
go.
of the ice thing. When you follow up on that, he says, "I have an urgent piece of work I have to prepare for the Lord Commander.
I understand.
6 days. In 6 days, you can meet at my place and we can talk."
Yeah, I'll nod and like say that I'll come in 6 days.
Sure. Amerigo, do you tell Aglin about the plan?
Yeah, when we are in our little base and stuff, I tell Agnes so that he can prepare. Because if we don't intercept the shipment and then Phaedrus gives me the cuffs, then we have magic cuffs.
Okay. So Aglin,
And then we get another pair from the prison.
No, and then you can make fake cuffs, which means that we don't have to put them on you.
No, but we get another pair from the prison.
What the fuck do you mean?
There's already killing someone.
they
Optimally,
have a
we
jail
get
cell in there.
when I get
Yeah.
optimally we end up unsealing the hell and other Thrune agent.
Yes, which is why we're going to make fake cuffs and have you go there and work to.
And they're in magic sealing.
Yes, I know.
So we
Okay.
have
May I interrupt?
pairs.
I'm about to explode. I need to use the restroom. While I'm in the
Okay.
restroom, Aglin, do you mind making sure your spells are picked for the day that everything's going to go down?
Okay, this is gonna take a bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you right before we go on break. I'm going to mute my mic. Your mics will still be live. Go ahead and talk.
Do. Look at object is probably useful here. Why do I have that on? I'll take. Yeah.
Feel free to discuss what spells between the other two.
I need what I need right now. Touch of combustion, probably. What else? I'm gonna take off one of my cure light wounds. What spells do you think I need?
You would
I
need
can
something that would be really helpful when You would need something that could help you get the other person out.
Okay, so that's not really specific.
I don't know all the level 1 cleric spells.
One cleric.
Well, what do you think we need?
Well,
I can pray for
like,
I don't know. As I said, I don't know the cleric spell, which means I wouldn't know what spells you could have.
very,
it's very, very broad.
Exactly my point.
You can do basically anything.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know what you would need. My answer is DK.
What do I have? Some spells to unlock.
everything I find is so massive. Rick is rogue and gun.
Everything. That's sure.
Oh, now that I'm back, I'm noticing that MS was saying a lot of things in chat about a Star Trek episode with a telepath, and questioning about if two telepaths say on each other's surface thoughts, does it make a microphone speaker feedback effect? It's a good question. We'll have to decide. How goes your spell picking?
I found my spell. Oh, I'm just putting. Does
this
on a lock?
do you think I could shatter a lock with shatter?
Do you think I could shatter a lock with shatter?
Yes, if it's not a magical lock.
Oh,
Oh, oh my. Okay.
If it's a magical lock, you would need to have the knock spell.
no. Oh, that's
Knock. Oh, okay, that's a spell.
Yes. It's not a guaranteed success, but it is the spell you would use to open a. It opens stuck, barred, or locked doors, as well as things subject to hold portal or arcane lock.
um.
Well, I'll need to review the rules for how the particular psychic capability that Amerigo has works in case that happens.
What?
MS is discussing the theory of what happens if two telepaths attempt to read each other's minds. Does it make like a howling noise, a staticky noise work just normally? Do you like fuse your minds in some sort of like deep emotional moment?
Yeah, I know. I read that.
Yeah. And I have an entire like essay to read for my FP when we're done because she's on the train to go to a thing. And while she's on the train, she is just messaging me a bunch of information about an airplane she thinks is really stupid. It's a visual thing. Well, no, I'll decide later when the situation arrives. It'll be in our world, what it is in our world. Because right now it's all like emotions and feelings, and there's not really anything visual or explicitly auditory. Ah, so yeah. How many people are watching? It looks like several. Greetings, all of those of you watching who are not in chat.
Shout out to any bots that could be watching. We don't
Yeah.
support you.
Yeah, we oppose AI rights.
I'm fine with the bots.
I'm fine with the bots if there's 2 million of them in the chat.
I'm not down with the bots. Hey bots, stand up so I can speak up so I can ban you.
Come on, bots. Bots. Say I if you're a bot. Am I a robot quiz?
If you're a bot, say, "Hi, do you want free followers? Click this link." Rip big follows. We miss you, big follows. That means Aglin built you. Oh no. Aglin building a mechanical moth.
God, he learned about the internet, now he's moving to bots. Aglin would support AI.
Aglin would make big follows bots. There you go, Aglin. When you make your big mechanical dragon. Wait, are you inspired by my magic deck from last night, Aglin? Is that where this mechanical dragon idea is coming from?
No, it's just I really want to.
No, it's just I really want to make it. When I saw that technically I can make clockwork creatures, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dragons.
I just have to have all the resources, which is absurd. But like there is dragons.
Wait, so you're telling me
there's
it's absurd that
automata-
to make something you need
miners.
to have all of the. Bro would love AI.
No, he's saying that that there's an absurd number of resources required to make a giant clockwork dragon.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, it is a giant clockwork dragon.
And it would take probably months of work.
So it's a project.
And here's the bigger, more crazy. I have to. I actually need to. If I want
I need
that's all you.
Why do we want it to
And-
breathe fire?
So it's not
crazy thing. That's annoying. I have to. I actually need to.
It could
If I
carry
wanna
like
make it
bombs.
Maybe before we discuss this, we should make sure you have your spells prepared so we can continue the game.
I'm still doing my spells now.
Okay. We want to make sure they're all
You know,
prepared.
I'll just keep.
Before you go to jail. On my
I'll
hands.
just do one knock.
Man, this brings back memories. Throwing people in jail.
Ah, the good old days in Longacre.
Knock.
Yeah, when we put a guy's head on, when we put something's head on view for the town, when we lit a place on fire as a warning. When I hacked a dog to death, when I hacked a man to death, when I shot a man in front of his wife, the good old days.
Yeah. Gosh, I sure hope Thayrith's
Let me check
investigations
something,
don't bring
'cause-
back that information.
Smiley face. Listen, we were cops.
I was just doing my job. And I work for you. If you need me to shoot a man in the street in front of his wife, I'll do it.
Sure, me
Okay.
shooting a man in the street in front of his wife was just because I wanted the food, but
I know what to do.
I
You
know
could,
what to do.
Rob.
I'm prepped. I have my spells ready. I have my spells ready, guys.
I mean, I helped Oppian with Riz, so
Yep.
I think all murders
ready to
I've
have all
committed
my-
don't matter anymore. Because I threatened a woman to go on a date with Oppian, which definitely doesn't look good for me.
Well, Oppian is
I
going
support
to go.
women's rights.
Oppian is going to go on that date, and you'll find out that it went quite well. He's quite a gentleman, and Loredana is actually kind of thankful that you threatened her life to make her go on a date with a really nice guy.
Cool.
And they have another one next Thursday.
Oh. Okay.
And are you sure there's not a way you could
Horizontal
get...
getting rizzed.
Are you
Why do
sure...
you keep calling her Laura Donta, Johannes? It's Laura Donna.
Is that not her name? What's her name? Laura Donta. Yeah.
He keeps
Laura
saying Laura
Donna.
Donta.
There's no T.
Yeah.
It's not like
So,
interesting.
No T.
I like
no
to think.
testosterone?
I like to think.
No
No testosterone. I like to think Aglin's just been calling her Laura Donta this entire time. Like he's just
Like
been
interesting.
canon calling her that.
I like how it sounds.
I don't.
But yeah. There's one thing more we need Aglin to do. As Aberigo receives the spell sealing gauntlets from Thayrith, and Aglin has presumably made a pair of gauntlets to you know, match that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
that is certainly a spell that you can cast.
Oh. Oh wait, should I make a craft check or
Yeah,
should
make a
I-
craft check to reproduce the runes on there so that the shackles look like they are the appropriate
Or-
shackles.
should I have it like instead of a craft check? Can I do the guarantee 20 thing?
You absolutely.
Is that-
That takes time, and is kind of the expectation. Yeah, it's a DC 10. You pull it off. You took the 20 to prepare everything, and now you're just kind of applying silver filigree to make it look like it's those magical gauntlets, and they'll shimmer a little in the light. And Aglin, you now have a pair of spell sealing gauntlets. And Amerigo, your arms are now bound together by shackles that you
Good
can
try.
easily remove.
I'm not the one getting arrested.
Backwards. Amerigo, you have the magic shackles. Aglin, you are now wearing fake shackles that you can take off at any time that you please that look like they seal your spells.
Alrighty, Doug. Time to figure out how other people felt when we were arresting them season 1.
So
Though it was definitely scarier.
we come down here.
Let's.
I need to get your tokens. That's your old tokens.
Should probably stop.
Secluded Grimoire, the spell I took at the start of the game for situations like that.
Yeah. Always gotta be prepared in case you gotta get arrested.
Okay.
Maybe they're not too different from us after all. We got cops.
And you arrive here. And as you arrive, she is here waiting. And she is flanked by two of these people. Okay. So as you all arrive, she's here with some guards. And she says, "Thank you, Brother Americo. We can take the prisoner from here."
Oh, can Aglin look?
Alright.
Aglin look rather confused, put on a confused act, an annoyed act, and oh my god, Amerigo
yeah, you
just
can
betrayed me.
you could
Face.
no, you don't know he's a no, you don't know he's a religious bond. You can't call him a slur. Well, I mean you could, but you wouldn't know you would be right.
Go ahead and make that bluff check.
What? I shouldn't have done this.
This is why it should have been America getting arrested. Because he's good at bluffing.
So they are buying it as they grab you and start pulling you towards the jail cell.
Wah.
They will take you in. Time for me to reveal some stuff.
Oh boy.
As they bring you in, they strip you of anything on your person. So anything that you had on your person at this moment, they take and pass off to Jalia, who takes out this sort of sphere and slides everything into this little sphere. Then they drag you down.
So my spell component bag probably.
Did you hide your
In
spell
my
component?
clothes.
Go ahead and make.
I'd love.
You could have shoved your spell. You could have done like how they do with drugs and shoved your spell component bag up your ass.
Yes.
Face, yeah. I want to try. I would not do that. I'd shove it up down my throat, but same thing.
Okay, so you've got like you've
I'm
got it
kidding.
hidden. You've got it hidden. Sure.
Yeah.
And they put you into this
But I
jail
need to make a
cell.
check for that.
I'm gonna treat that as part of the bluff. They put you into the cell, and you are now. And as you get shoved in, and they shut the door, you see this woman, severe looking, angry, in jet black armor with short-cut hair and a scar over her eye. And she looks at you and goes, "Well, they didn't tell me I'd be getting a roommate. What are you in here for?"
I'm in here for being such a nice guy. They're annoyed that I'm like just too nice. Or maybe that I don't know. Well, I came in here mainly to get
You just
whoever that Hell Knight is out of
honest
here.
bro could be a
That's what
narc.
He's like, "Obviously, I came here to get the Hell Knight out." Okay, and she goes, "Well, I'm the Hell Knight.
Get me the fuck out.
How do you tend to get me out now that we're both locked in here and you're shackled to boot?"
Don't.
Oh, but these are fake.
Oh, you could just go, "Oh yeah, my shackles," and then just take them off.
Yes, you do. She just arches the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Like, what on earth just happened here?
Oh yeah, these old things.
Not a problem.
I made them.
I mean, I swapped out the magic shackles.
He's like,
for
my
ones.
craftsmanship is pretty good. If I say so myself.
I'm not saying that, but I'll just say I swapped them out. The magic
Wow, how
shackles out for
humble.
normal ones.
And she goes,
Yeah.
"Clever. We're still here behind that locked door. I would not touch it if you were not a paragon of virtue."
Unfortunately, you're not.
I see the door. I didn't think about that. Think Shatter works on these walls?
No.
Okay.
I do not think a spell to shatter.
I can
would
probably
work on this.
unlock your.
I'm sorry?
I think I could unlock your chains, but
Oh, she does not have any
Not-
chains. She
No,
has
really?
armor. She has armor and nothing else.
Wait, so you're
a
just
minute.
telling me
Is this not a Hell Knight?
Hell Knights aren't magic. They're just really good soldiers.
we misinterpreted something.
With like the capacity to detect chaos and smite it like a paladin, which doesn't like do magic. They're pretty much paladins of law.
Oh. We've misinterpreted this.
So how do we get out of here, though?
I mean, knock would work on the magic door.
I could try unlocking this door, maybe.
If you want to touch it, they give you spellbinding gauntlets. Are you a wizard?
You're a wizard.
I believe we need
Exactly.
introductions.
Yeah, I am a wizard.
I believe we need introductions. Zara or Solani? Hell Knight Order of the Rat.
Aglinelle of I'll go Aglinelle, Agent of House Throne.
Do you want to reveal your little House Throne insignia that you can make appear at will?
Yeah.
Her eyes widen a little, and she's like, "Oh my, you are here to get me out. Well, wizard, do your thing, Nelly. That's not a
I'm a
house I'd
wizard.
expect. That's not a house I've heard in a while. Asmodean?
No.
No. An Asmodean would be caught instantly upon entrance.
Ah,
They have a spell that detects what, or they use angels to detect what
Bro was just bluffing.
following.
I'm so
you
sorry.
follow
I don't think that's what's going on, but I don't know.
hmm.
I could be wrong. What is Maria Pink?
She narrows her eyes at you in a very familiar way. Same way that Oppie narrowed his eyes at you. She goes, "Well, do your thing, Sir Nelly." Make
Oh.
that spellcraft check with a +10 bonus.
Okay. We might fail. First time. I don't have that many attempts at this.
And then you have the +10 from the spell, so that is 37. So you look over, you cast your spell. How do you do it like in a in a serious way, in a nonchalant way? How do you do it? How does Aglin magically unlock this door?
He puts his hand close to it, right?
Okay.
It says the chant, does the visual thing, like with a straight face, maybe like a slight smile, and then that's it. You just
Okay.
Nothing
does it.
interesting.
And there's a little click, and you hear the door unlock. And as you do, she says, "I still wouldn't touch it if you're not an agent of virtue."
Oh.
It's enchanted.
Mm.
As she
Shame
takes
we're not an agent of virtue.
as she takes the chair and walks up and pushes the door open with the chair.
Easy fucking peasy. Okay.
Okay. Let's
Lady Jalia keeps my things in her office. I'm going to zoom out. Amerigo, what is your part in this plan? What are you doing?
Well, I'm playing Tetris. Hold on. What?
What is Amerigo
leave.
doing? You just leave? Are you going to try and
No,
sneak back?
I was leave as in my as in Tetris.
Ah. Are you going to try and sneak back in something?
What is America's group at this point? I don't know. If anything gets fucked, he'll I don't know, shoot someone or something. I'm thinking if we got Aglin be inside, Amerigo's been trusted enough. I feel like we don't want Amerigo to just throw out his credibility.
Okay, so Amerigo's going back to town and leaving Aglin to handle things on his own.
I mean, he's capable.
Okay. So we zoom back to Aglin as Zara goes, "Jalia keeps my supplies keeps all the things in her room. She has a divine crystal. If we smash the crystal, all of our supplies should come out.
What supplies do you have over there?
She goes, I have my arrow magnets, my potions, my shield, my long sword, my crossbow, my bolts. I have my
Might be a bit
heavy.
risky to go for it right
I suppose, but
now. I don't have any weapons on me, and my combat spells are rather
all you need to
slim at
do,
the moment.
all you need to do is smash that gem she keeps on her desk, and toss me my sword, and I will slay her where she stands.
The easiest method here, I would say, yeah, would be to. Do you know the location of the gem?
It's on her desk. It's black. You should have seen it
Do you
when
know,
it came in.
know the location? Okay. I guess I'll
She's
head
whispering as she does that because she's pointing
towards wherever
at
that
this
is.
door. I'm sorry? Okay.
Okay, I'll head over here.
Okay. And
Is this door
she pushes you to the
or
other
a
side.
magic door?
She pushes you to the other side of the door, like, hey, follow me, let me go in. Okay? And she pushes open the door and jumps in and shouts, "For House Throne!" And we have an initiative.
Okay, well then, calm down.
I'm gonna stay a little bit outside the door.
I'm gonna stay a little bit outside the door right now.
This is what Aglin gets for always avoiding fights in the first season.
Oh shoot. Okay, that doesn't change anything probably.
She's already in there. Okay. So we need to roll her initiative. And we need to roll her initiative. I need you and Jalia to roll off Aglin. No, you're correct. Your initiative's 5. Never mind. I was looking at that other one, which was not correct. No, the first one's 6. Your second one's 5, and her second one's 2. So, okay. You get out of there. You're not here. Amerigo's not here either. Aglin, your initiative's first. You can see the gem. No, wait, no, your initiative is not first. Okay, now we're there. She holds herself till after you because you've agreed to go first. You have this surprise. What do you do, Aglin? You can see the gem.
I will.
I mean, I'm pretty fast.
I'm
towards the gem
I'm pretty
and try
fast.
Can I, like, if I could, yeah, I'll just bolt to the gem.
I'm sorry?
No, I'll bolt.
Try to
Like, I'll
and-
bolt away from the gem and then cast a spell at the gem.
nice, and then cast a spell at.
Okay, you scorching ray the gem that has 1 hit point. It shatters, and all of everyone's things explode across the room. Yay! Uh, so she grabs her sword and shield, rolling through to land in front of them, and points them at Jalia. You are mine. And Jalia steps back and takes a potion and quaffs it. And as she does, her skin turns to bark. Aglin.
I'm gonna try to get closer to Jalia.
Can I get here to touch distance?
Can I get to like?
Well, you can certainly attempt to. As you do. As you do, this thing on the table swirls out a blade. Does 9 hit your AC?
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 Armor class.
No.
Wait, does it? I don't think it does.
Wait, does it?
No.
I don't think it does.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
it does.
it does not hit you, but it spins out its blades, and you realize these 2 pieces of art are not pieces of art. But yeah, you are now next to her. What do you do?
My favorite. She looks like bark, right?
She has bark on her skin.
Okay, then I'm going to touch her, and my favorite spell, Touch of Combustion.
Okay, go ahead and roll your touch attack.
Touch attack. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this on a person ever.
It would be a melee attack against her touch AC. So you cast your spell, fire circles your hands as you reach towards her, and she deftly slides like a little kung fu move, grabs your hand, and knocks it back, parrying your touch. Your hand is wreathed in flame now. As your Hell Knight friend hops over the desk and says, "Nay, die." And swings and hits, and also a second time swings and hits. Hey, that's 2 hits, I think. Let me double check. Yes, it is. So that is. Neither of those are crit threats. No. A total of 20 damage. So she swings over and just slashes Jalia twice. And Jalia is now concerned, as one would imagine, as she is there, and she shouts to the things on her desk and says, "Warn Lord Neverlander. It's a trap." as one of these starts to fly away. And then as she does, she turns, punches towards Zara. That's a hit. Punches towards Aglin. Is 22 hit?
Yeah.
And punches towards Zara. And then gives a kick towards Zara, which does not hit. So that means that against Zara, she deals 12, and against Aglin, she deals 6. This one here shimmers a little and begins to cast a spell, which will provoke an attack of opportunity that Zara is not going to take. Aglin, do you want to try to hit this thing that is attempting to touch Jalia?
Yeah.
Okay. You can have your spear and such. Make your attack. That will hit. So it will go down to that. That's not a lot of damage, but it is enough that it has to make a caster level check. Which it could potentially fail. It does not. So it goes through, it touches Jalia, and excuse me, that's not correct. I would be way too strong if that were correct. It's that. So less so. It touches her and she radiates a little glowing light and heals. As this other one starts to go, and Zara swings her sword at it. Hitting and hopefully doing max damage. Doing min damage. As this flies,
How far does it get?
it can go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay, it goes out. Amerigo, on your way back to town, you see one of those like angel things that you saw before flying towards the fastness. Do you want to do anything? It is within range that you could use Deadeye to shoot it, but not within range that you could shoot it without Deadeye.
I'll shoot it.
Okay, give me your shot.
So I'd like just do it with
Yep.
my gun.
Yep, just do it with your gun, and I put it against the touch AC.
Which gun should I use?
Do you want to use your... You would have to use your musket. It's far enough away you'd have to use your musket.
Okay. Damn it.
Pew!
1 damage. Let's go. What did you do?
Fuck. Normally it doesn't do that shit.
Yeah. Pew! Your bullet hits, glances, and the thing spins off. You'll have another 2 chances to catch it before it's inside of the fastness. Assuming that you chase after it
Alrighty.
always. But we're gonna come
Yeah.
back to Aglin. Hey, Aglin. That little thing on the desk is like fluttering around and healing her now. What do you do?
Kind of need to break that thing, dude.
Alan's W is.
And you do still have the crackling fire of your touch of combustion. What do you do?
I'm gonna touch
Okay.
I'm gonna touch the desk.
You're gonna touch the desk. Okay. The desk catches fire. You are now wedged into a corner between a fire and a monk with an angel flying around your head. Okay.
Wait. Actually, can I touch the bookshelf?
Okay, you touched the. Are you sure? Are you
I'm
sure?
gonna touch the.
Yes. Yeah. This is on the monk.
The
I can just
death.
walk away.
Okay. The bookshelf catches fire. Sarah's eyes widen a little as she goes and just starts wailing on the gal. That will miss. And miss. Her hits miss. I guess she's distracted by the fact that you just lit all the books on fire. Jalia is going to continue what Jalia has done before and flurry her blows. Actually, no. First thing she's going to do is she's going to lean back and she's going to slam her palm directly into Aglin's chest. Come on. Does 11 hit you?
No.
No. Okay, then she does not hit you and she does not flurry of blows. And then she will dance over here, provoking an attack of opportunity from Aglin.
Ooh, I'm going to. I can't use a spell now.
You cannot. Not unless you have an interrupt spell.
No. Oh. That was
You have your spear. Also, your mic isn't working. I can barely hear you through X's.
Oh, okay. I can hear myself through my mic, but I don't.
Ooh, I'm going.
Then leave the column.
Oh. I can hear. Yeah, I can definitely.
There we go. What are you using your spear? Yes, you did. You miss. Okay.
Yeah.
This one here that's swirling around is going to attempt to blade at Aglin. 7, 18, 17. Do any of those hit?
18 and 17 hit.
That's 2 damage as it cuts you twice with these little blades. Amerigo, it's swirling towards. The other one is swirling towards the fastness, and I presume you are riding after on Webb's back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take your shot?
Shoot. Gun.
Okay. Unless you
Gun.
critically hit, you're not going to be able
Gun.
to. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. It hits against the normal AC even. So, and it's enough to blast it out of the air.
Okay.
So, you regain your grit point that you spent the previous round because you killed an enemy. Yay.
Cool.
Aglin.
I'm going to do pretty normal, generic Aglin behavior. No, I didn't have the setup. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm gonna walk away. I'm going to no wait. I'm going to cast. I'll walk, take a couple steps away from it.
Okay, you're going to go over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that will provoke an attack of opportunity, which will deal 1 point of damage.
And then after I'm done with that, I'll cast the spell Mage Armor.
I take it you're casting Mage Armor on yourself. Check the cutoff point. You might be just not breaking your own cutoff point for your mic picking up your audio.
Oh, maybe. I actually think it's like whenever I tab out Discord, I just can't hear you anymore, and I can't hear my mic.
Well, Sarah will focus on Jalia with a hit and a miss. So it's only one hit for that, which is a sizable chunk of damage. Jalia is going to dance over here and just unleash her whole flurry on Zara here. Which hit, miss. Stats. Nine damage still. She hits hard. And this one here is going to be casting a spell, which provokes an attack from Zara, who will take it. I feel like I'm playing by myself. It's okay. That 18 will hit.
Kind of.
Nine.
I before my mind. I don't know how to add the 4 for my armor class.
That's fine. You look at your armor class, you add 4 to it. But still. Regains more health than Zara did. Aglin. That healer is causing problems.
Doing some generic Aglin behavior. Cast my favorite spell.
Okay.
Scorching Ray. At the little tiny.
That does not hit. No, wait, your first one. Your first one does hit. you blast it out of the air. And there's a miss and a crit threat that confirms a
Roll 20 rigging the results.
for 19 damage. I think. Let me double check. Yes, it's just 19 damage. Still, there's 2 slices over there. Jalia blocks one, and as she goes around, she gets skewered in the gut and flinches in pain. Flinching backward, looking between the two of you, looking to the door. She spins towards Aglin and attempts to smack him in the chest once more. Does 22 hit you?
Yeah.
I need you to make a fortitude save. You can do nothing until the start of her next turn.
Okay.
As she takes a 5-foot step towards the door, avoiding provoking attacks of opportunity. Zara hops over the desk, bringing her sword down. And as she does, Jalia smacks it and knocks it out of her hands, and her sword clutters to the ground. And Jalia books it, moving a move speed of 50 feet. 10, 15.
Yeah, I'm not catching that.
You don't need to catch her, you just need to get in range of her. Aglin, I hope you have another Scorching Ray.
I did.
Let's
But let's see. How does it work?
Yeah, you can get there.
So can I move 80?
You can't move 80 and cast the spell, but you can move 40 and cast the spell. Or excuse me, 30 and cast the spell. So you can get there, right?
Okay, because am I in range?
I have 40.
You have a move of 40? Then you are 60 feet away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I can catch.
You can't catch her.
Cast Scorching Ray. from there.
I think you can. Scorching Ray is a pretty long distance spell. It's loud and flashy, but you can do it.
No, it's only. I think it'll. It's only like.
It's a close range spell, which is 60 feet at your level.
Okay, well, I guess I'll
Okay.
cast it. Complete it.
That will hit. She stumbles, still standing, as Zara comes walking out loading a crossbow, lifts the crossbow up, and fires. Missing Well, Jalia is now bolting towards the fastness. Aglin, as you are swirling around to kind of head back to town, you see Jalia slashed up, not in a great area, running towards the fastness.
America.
Amerigo, yes.
Can I shoot her?
You can.
Musket?
Actually, she sees you and starts turning to run towards you.
Oh.
So, you hold a little, she gets into your touch range. You can musket or pistol, whichever you prefer. After all, you're her ally.
I have better luck with this.
Okay. And that's against, yeah. Okay, and then she comes up you and comes stepping up towards you, and you raise your gun. There's a moment and a look of horror, and she goes, You did this. Do you want to reveal your house Thrunmark right before you kill her?
Oh, do I?
She's about to die.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So she comes up to you. There's this nice dramatic moment. She's like, I don't know how. He broke free. He broke free. And as you whirl around, the house Thrunmark is glowing on your face. As she stops, you raise your gun. You fire. And it blasts her in the chest, and she falls back to the ground, dead. Aglin. You can look over to the prison and see guards looking over at you and start shouting, and you start hearing a loud ringing noise. Ding, 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 ding. As there's an alarm going from the prison.
America should probably get the fuck away from this body.
Well,
And-
Aglin knows just what to do in a situation like this, except he used all of his spells.
Oh no. So what does Aglin do in a situation like this?
Shit, we're gonna get so fucking badly caught, dude.
Aglin does what any normal human would do.
runs towards this gate, right?
Runs towards the closed gate.
Towards, this gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open.
I open these with knock.
Um,
It says door.
Can I open these with knock?
yes. The gate swings open. You cast
They
knock.
really weren't that prepared.
The gate's the gate is not locked, it's just heavy. So yeah, the gate swings open just in time for you to see coming out of there two doggos with broadswords. She will run over and go, Wizard, we can't take them all on our own. We should run. As these Archons approach.
Like, can I say I still have those bombs on me? Do you think?
Yeah.
Did you
sure.
shove the bombs up your ass?
No, the bombs would have
Not
been
my
the bombs
bomb.
would have
Like,
come
do
out.
you think they
the bomb,
confiscated them?
They confiscated them and they're now back. So you have all of
Yeah.
your
So
stuff.
can I? I'm gonna throw four makeshift bombs in the direction of like wood towers and stuff.
Okay, so you light
then
the
run.
you light the place on fire and go running. Okay.
I just realized, if they find her body and it's been shot, that kind of just points at Amerigo.
Well, if only Amerigo had something that could take care of that.
A hunga munga to
Yeah, I was gonna say,
completely
can't
destroy the body.
Fucking mutilate her body right now
Yes.
with my Hunga Bunga.
You take the
And then I
time.
can just clean my Hunga Bunga and everything will be fine.
Okay.
We are reckless killers.
You're professionals. So Aglin and Zara or Sieni will arrive towards you as you're coming and just purposefully mutilating her body, hiding the proof of what you've done. And as you do, Zara or Sieni will stop and glare towards Amerigo and then turn to Aglin and say, "Friend of yours?"
Coworker.
I could just flash my house through like my fucking symbol did.
She nods
What
and
the fuck?
goes, "Well, do we have a place to go? We'll have to enter under cover of night. If not, we'll have to find a place to camp. The guards will be out in force."
Marigo. I don't know if we'll make it. They'll be suspicious of where I have been staying for sure with Amerigo. They won't be suspicious of Amerigo necessarily. I think we'll have to. Me and you will have to camp.
Yeah, I gotta head on back and clean my Hunga Bunga.
Well, the basement is hidden, remember. You could.
Yeah,
stash
but they
people in
might
the
check it
basement.
because the connection.
Oh, that's right.
The connection, they might check it.
The Lord Commander knows about it. Oh, goodness.
The Lord Commander.
Because we did ask him to stay.
The consequences of your actions.
Of our actions.
Not truly, but we'll camp out for a little bit.
Do what I
me
do
and
in
you.
Minecraft. Dig yourself a hole.
I'll be able to create water magic.
I'll be able to create water with magic if we need that. So we don't need to necessarily go to a water source. I'm not sure about, and we can hunt for food probably. So I'll say that when I start to. So we should just camp out, maybe to the north of here, or where are the north of here? Yeah, north of here.
Yeah, north is where the woods are. If you head to the southeast, there's a cave network that could be useful, but there's not a good way to get there immediately, and she needs to settle down and rest because she's injured. It's a pity, she says, that you didn't bring a cleric.
Man, a real pity.
On that note, just
Oh shoot, is that not? Is it broken again?
That's broken. Roll 2d8 plus 4 yourself.
What
broken again. Two d8 plus 4, right?
Yep. And then she will naturally overnight heal back to full then. You covered the difference between her and she widens and goes, You're not a wizard. They sent a proper Asmodean.
No.
Praise the Lord of Tyranny.
So
I'm a wizard and a cleric.
Well,
I was just gonna say I'm a wizard and a cleric because that is what I am, right?
yep. And she goes, Well, The Lord of Tyranny favors us this day. We rest now, and in the morning we can begin to take the charge back against the town. And that seems like a place to end for the night.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
You will immediately obtain. Let me add this up. For 2,200 XP each.
2,500?
2,200 XP each.
2,200, okay. Oh, what the fuck was that?
So, she has some more information to share with you next time. But any questions, comments, or concerns?
I think we're going to be. I think Amerigo is going to be a very important part of the plan. I don't like. It looks like I might actually need a fight again because
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that this plan has somehow ended with the face as the combatant and the combatant as the face. Ah. And with the supplies not. Oh no, there's going to be more XP because instead of stealing those supplies, you made use of those supplies for your wicked plans. So let me swiftly.
Well, how? 2,000? 2,000?
It will be what you would get for stealing it. So it's going to be
How much XP is on in that level?
an additional 1,700. So in total, you got.
Not enough, bro.
So in total, you got 39,000 XP, or 3,900 XP this session. That's it.
We are close. We are close. We should be at. I think we're at this. Something.
Okay. You are very close.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Well.
That's one thing.
You know what?
That's-
I'm willing to give you to that extra 300 that you need as a bonus XP for getting Loredana together with the Lord Commander and getting Faerith to have renewed faith, sowing divisions in their
romance.
So yeah, you both hit that and are
romance.
and level up to level 6. Do you want to do that now? While we're here.
I need a pee. I've peed all day.
Okay.
Why do I hate leveling up? Ow.
Well, we'll make some time to do that before next week. Who do we have to raid? Let's see. It looks like our option is Aralea. So let's go. With all one viewer. It's a pitiful raid. I thought there were more people watching. Oh well. Let's go. Rah.